It grew and grew and grew into an idea. So it, in a way, it sounds a bit cliche, but it evolved in its own kind of beast, really. So we enjoy the fact that it grew like that.
For instance, the scenes in the cave, you can only access those caves when the tide is very low, and so you're constantly battling time there because you have a limited amount of time where you can get there, otherwise the sea comes in and it fills the cave, and that will result in extreme danger. So you've got a limited time, so that was a certain amount of pressure.
We got really fit making it, and then we got really unfit editing it.
Yeah.
I regret that I did not try a weaker solution.
We always came up with this idea that the microscope would be this portal, a way of entering another world. And I suppose also that if you have a very thoughtful mind that's in quite a reclusive, contained space like that, the house that he's in, it feels quite tight. And we're interested in what happens when the mind like that has to break out into other places. So rather than just looking in the microscope and seeing straight things that you would imagine you'd see in a microscope, we quite like the playfulness of suddenly opening it out into, say, something that you wouldn't expect to see through a microscope.
Nature has for ages hidden away one of her least suspected marvels.
In a lot of ways, it's quite childlike the way we're looking at it, because it's that sense of initial wonder, like you said. So the first time you might see sperm on a microscope, it's a mind-blowing thing. I think personally, but
I mean, we're so bombarded with a lot of these amazing images, but they do somehow just go through us a little bit sometimes.
And also just with the liquids and the crystals, and we did all of that using a children's crystal set that you can buy. You can get a National Geographic, and it's got these instructions with huge letters that says, you do this, and then you do this, and you do this, and then crystals will grow. We didn't go into some great scientific theory and study all about crystals, but actually what we just wanted to get back to that initial sort of wonder, and almost an amateur, I suppose, in the literal sense of the word. It's like a love of the subject.
From my early youth, I've had the strongest desire to understand whatever I observed.